In this video, we will show how to use ZONA-MV in order to display either the unsteady pressure or the steady pressure output from either ZAERO or ZONAIR, respectively, using the PLTCP bulk data card. So in this case, we're going to go to the import file menu and select Tecplot file again because we've output these files in Tecplot format. And this happens to be a ZONAIR PLTCP output file for an A380 at Mach 0.8. So if we load that up, then we see the model, the ZONAIR panel model here. And then we want to view the contour results for the steady pressure. So we can get at the, we click on the contour button, and right now we see that by default it's using the X coordinate as the variable, and we want to change that to the steady pressure. So we need to bring up the contour options dialog. You can do that in one of two ways. You can go to the plot menu and click on contour, which will bring it up, or this is even easier if you just double click on the contour legend. Now you can move the contour legend by grabbing it with the left mouse button and placing it somewhere else on the screen. If you double click on it, it'll open up the contour options dialog. From this dialog, then, we see that the variable X is selected. We're going to drop it down and pick CP, so we can see the steady pressure, and we're going to change the number of levels to 21, and then we can click preview changes. Now we see then that we've got 21 levels here. It changed it to CP, and we can see the CP results on the model. Now if we want to have more clarity, we can turn off the elements. We click OK, then we go to the elements button here on the controls pane and select that. Select spherical rotate, and now we can view it without the lines on the element on the panels. So here we see the contour for the pressure at Mach 0.8. Now, some options that we have, if you bring up the contour options again, you can change the minimum and maximum value. If you wanted to zoom in, for example, from -1 to 1, and then preview. So that allows us to zoom in on the contour. We have some other options here. You can change the precision of the values displayed. For example, if we only want a single decimal point, you can change that. You can add a background fill to the contour legend. You can change the color if you wanted to give it a different color. You can put a border on it. You can also display the minimum and maximum values, and it will tell you at which nodes they're located at. And you can also change to a grayscale color map. So oftentimes if you're publishing and you don't want to include a color contour because of costs and you're just doing black and white, you can use this grayscale color map to see the contours in a grayscale and avoid the additional costs of having to publish with color. So another interesting feature here, so if we know that the minimum CP occurs at node 2567 and we want to know where is that node on the model, we can go to the node element variable ID on off pane here, which you can also get from the plot menu option. And then we're in the show nodes from ID, we can put in 2567 to ID 2567 and then show, and then we see here that minimum value occurs at this grid located here at the leading edge of the right wing tip. Likewise, if we want to see the maximum value at node 6, we can just change this from 6 to 6, say show, and then we see it occurs at the nose of the fuselage here. And if we want to turn that off, we just click hide. So this is how you can display the contour from the PLTCP output from the ZONA codes.